I'm 1st District Councilman James Brown, and I'm here today at the historic Lyric Theater in the East End neighborhood on 3rd Street. I'm joined today by Director Donald Mason. Donald, can you tell us a little bit about your experience here at the Lyric, how you kind of got involved and how you made your way to be the director?
Yeah, so I'll give you the short history. When I moved here as a youth, I saw this place that wasn't up and running. I always was curious about it, and eventually I put that curiosity into action. I got on the board some years ago, and when there was an opening to have a director, we had a director that left, and I talked to the board chair at the time to give me a chance to keep the progress that was going on with the Lyric, and I've been here since 2015 as the director, and continue to build this future legacy we have here.
Yeah, now Donald, I know you've been hard working trying to get more exposure for the Lyric, trying to bring in more programming and be more engaging of the community to develop the type of programming that they would like to see here at the Lyric. Can you tell us about some upcoming programming that is featured for this summer?
Yeah, so shout out to Chester Grundy for coming up with the Black Lens film series. It's a series where we focus on African American filmmakers and actors and actresses. So all those films that may not get some of the play at other facilities here in Lexington. We also are moving it from Sundays at 3 to Friday at 7 p.m. We'll have a little bit higher profile films than we've had in the past, starting with Ali. It's the 2nd and the 4th Fridays of June and July. We have got Ali, Carmen Jones, Southside with You, and ending the series with Fences.
Okay, those sound like some pretty high-powered movies, and some of them are, I think Fences is fairly recent. That came out this past year. So, anybody out on a Friday night that don't have plans and this falls in your schedule, please come out to the Lyric and watch some movies in the Black Lens series.
And it also has the best price, which is free. And we really do try to have as many free and open to the public and pay what you can type of shows as we can. There are going to be some ticketed events, but this event, we just want people to enjoy these films and see them in their greatest glory on the big screen.
Hey, there's a saying, you can count on me when it's free.
So we'll see James there. We'll see you there too.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the facility? I know the theater has been completely renovated and redone. What's the capacity? What's the most amount of people that can fit into the theater at one time?
So we have 526 seats in the theater, and that includes some ADA accessibilities, as well as it's a proscenium theater, so there's no barriers, no columns or anything. It's all the seats are really good in the theater. It sounds amazing. We have a full movie screen, as well as a very large stage. It's about 35 feet by 33 feet. We've had a 19-piece band on there before, and today would be a Wood Songs Day. So Mondays we have Wood Songs as a way to showcase what we have going on a weekly basis, as well as programming that we conjure up. We will have some concerts that will be coming up at this fall and spring that we'll be announcing soon, so keep your eyes open for those.
Yeah, I think you brought up Wood Songs, and I think Wood Songs has been a great partner for the Lyric and actually get a lot of people through the doors and into seats on a regular basis with regular programming on Monday nights. So I think that's been a real benefit and a real good partnership for the Lyric. Let me also ask you about some of the signature events here at the Lyric. What are some of the signature events the community can expect to see on an ongoing basis here at the Lyric?
So we talked about the Black Lens film series, another series that we have ongoing, which is Feed the Soul. So on the 2nd Wednesday of every month outside of January, for one ticket fee, you get in for a buffet and a live show performance. So we just had Trayvon King, the son of T.D. Young. We've had Amber Baker, we've had Rayshana Campbell, We've got such a great lineup coming up: Irene Perez, Italian Beaches, and so on. So that's one thing that formed off of a pilot last year that we had art therapy into Feed the Soul. We also have our annual back to school carnival that'll happen right before Fayette County goes back to school. We are going to have our summer youth series, which now the summer youth series is actually called Camp Lyric. So that'll get started in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And then we've got an Artist Eye program, which is our spring break program. We also are going to introduce Funk Fridays, which will be coming out next year. We're going to have a pilot for that. We'll bring on Jocelyn and the Sweet Compression to bring some soul and funk music to the Lyric. And we're going to be rolling out a local music series soon. So if you have some local acts that you think need to show their stuff at the Lyric stage, we'd love to hear about them so we can keep exposing people to local talent here in Lexington. We're celebrating our 7th anniversary this year, and coming up next year would be our 70th anniversary of the total facility. But on October 21st of 2017, we're throwing it back. We're doing a Renaissance Gala. We're going to go back to the Harlem Renaissance and draw some ideas and features from that, bringing back really good performances of a high quality. And this is a fundraiser for us too, so we're also looking for support. This is something that we want to celebrate being here. We are working so hard to make sure we're vibrant and live here in the East End, and this is a time every year that we can celebrate in October, turning 7 this year and continuing to blow those candles out.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's a lot of opportunity here at the Lyric. Make sure that you come out and support the Lyric and everything that they do for the community. Thank you, Director Mason, for having us, and we'll take a look at some of the other features inside. I'm 1st District Councilman James Brown, and I'm here with Ashley Smith. She's the Developmental Coordinator here at the Lyric. Ashley, if you would, could you tell us a little bit about your job and what it entails?
Well, here at the Lyric Theater, I serve as the Development Coordinator, as Councilmember Brown just stated. I work in the community in private and public fundraising efforts, work with corporate sponsors, I write grants, I develop programs in the community that then take those funds to hire artists who live in the East End or the greater Lexington area, help us provide programming free and open to the public.
Tell us a little bit, because I know the exhibit that's behind us is part of your work and your outreach. Can you tell us a little bit about the artist and how you got in contact with it?
Yes. So behind us are some original pieces by a Lexington native by the name of Keaton Young. He is our May artist featured in Bridging the Legacy, It's an intergenerational look at current East End legacies, and these people have family rooted in this community, and we give them a stipend where we've raised funds to go out and purchase the supplies and self-curate these pieces. So they are challenged to create new works that highlight their family's contributions to this neighborhood, and some original pieces that feature some pop culture icons such as Nelson Mandela and John Calipari. And so I met Keaton through social media. He is our 6th artist to go through this program, which focuses on self-taught African American artists with roots based in Lexington's East End.
We'll probably get a better shot of the artwork behind us, but this young man he's young to start, but then he's also very talented. And I think you're also very talented in what you do. I think, reaching out to the community and also reaching out to fiscal sponsors is a hard job. Can you tell us some of the successes that you've had with reaching out to fiscal sponsors, and maybe who some of those sponsors are and what their money pays for here at the Lyric?
Yes, so the money that we receive directly goes right back into the community. So 80% of the programming hosted here at the Lyric is offered free and open to the public. So that is our spring break, art intensive, our summer youth program, our film series, Kwanzaa celebration, back to school carnival, activities that happen inside of the building during Roots and Heritage Festival. Some of those sponsors that have helped us provide those programs free and open to the public include PNC Bank, Toyota, Community Trust Bank, Kentucky Utilities, Keeneland Foundation, Kresge Foundation, We work through receiving donations through box office. So when you call in and you speak to our box office manager, Jack, or Miss Beverly, or one of our senior employees, and they ask you, would you like to make a donation today? Those funds also go to perpetuating these signature programs. So we like to give people the opportunity to interact with the Lyric in as many ways as they possibly can.
So, there's a lot of opportunity here at the Lyric, and Ashley's doing a lot of good work getting out and making some of those opportunities available to the community. So if you see Ashley out in the public, introduce yourself, tell her what you're into, or else don't wait on her to call you. She'll get around to it, but make sure you make yourself known. Ashley, if you don't mind, if you can share your information with them so they can get in contact with you.
You can reach me here at the Lyric at 859-280-2201 or development@lexingtonlyric.com.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
And we'll take a look at some other features here at the Lyric. As a recent board chair, I've been real impressed with the size of the staff and how they're able to manage programming and accessibility to this space. The Lyric is a big facility with a theater, multipurpose room, art gallery, museum, and only has 4 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. And I think you guys do an excellent job of running this facility. Can you tell me a little bit about what duties you have here at the theater and what kind of dedication and commitment it takes to doing it well?
So my duties basically consist of running the box office and making sure everything goes okay in there. I work quite a bit with Woodsong's Old Time Radio Hour, and I also work with various private and public rentals.
Okay.
And then I do rentals as well, and I do marketing for our events. And yeah, it is a small staff, but I think what brings it together so especially me and Jack is cooperation and communication, and
Yes.
for everyone on the team, just shared goals that we all want to reach. So it makes us work harder and better together.
Okay, and I think some of that goes without saying. Y'all have to work really well together as a team, especially with a small team.
Yes.
Now, tell me a little bit about the rental opportunities here. From my understanding, I think most of the open spaces are available to rent from the theater to this room. Can you tell us about some of the spaces that are available and maybe some of the rates?
Yes, we have the Dewey Street Community Room. That's the room that we're in right now. The room rents for $125 an hour. It's a 2-hour minimum rental, and you get 1 free hour for setup, 1 free hour for takedown. So if you want to do an event here at the Lyric Theater, and it is completely free and open to the public, and you're not collecting any kind of money, the rate actually goes down to $50 an hour. For theater rentals for for-profit, if you're a for-profit agency, it's $250 an hour. If you're a non-for-profit agency, it's $150 an hour. And if you're a school organization, it's $125 an hour.
Well, it sounds like there's a big disparity between the for-profit rate and the nonprofit and community rate. So I think that's a real benefit to the community.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about how many volunteers that you have here at the Lyric and how important they are to the success of this theater and facility?
Currently, we have 75 active volunteers. And if it wasn't for our volunteers, and I know Tim and the rest of the staff will agree with me, we probably couldn't do what we do without our volunteers. They do everything from, they help us run concessions, they help us take tickets. We have a volunteer that works our welcome desk. They help keep track of our attendance. And I've also had volunteers come in and just do a number of, I'll call them odd jobs, things that come up from time to time. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think we could do what we do.
I definitely agree that they've been extremely instrumental, and some of our volunteers have been here longer than Jack and myself, even coming here the first night that we opened and staying around to nowadays. So I think last year we had something in the range of 6,000 volunteer hours given to us throughout the year, which is staggering and impressive and humbling for us that so many people believe in it.
Yeah. I have a daughter who's interested in journalism and marketing and theatrics. So she was too young to volunteer herself, so I know we joined and volunteered together. So I do understand the importance of the volunteers here at the theater. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention Steve, the facilities guy. He does a wonderful job of making sure that this facility is in top-notch condition day in or day out. I know we actually butted him out of the room just so we can record him, not be in the background. But that just goes to speak to his dedication and hard work ethic. I thank you, gentlemen, for your dedication and commitment to the Lyric. Speak to Jack and Tim if you come to the Lyric and see them. They always got a smile on their face and willing to acknowledge you. All right, so that about wraps us up here today at the Lyric. I'd just like to say thank you to my fellow board members for their tireless service and dedication here at the Lyric, along with the staff and leadership. And then we can't forget the volunteers that make the success and everything here at the Lyric possible. As you can tell behind me, they're getting ready for tonight's Woodsong show. So please come out and support the Lyric for any of their signature programming or any events that's taking place here at the theater. Thank you.